TGIF, welcome to the Women's Empowerment segment on Edge Radio TV Network. I'm your host, Nicole Giddens, with health and fitness expert. I have my co-host here, L. Brooke White, entrepreneur extraordinaire and survivor expert. And we have a special guest today, Oscar Hines. He's a walking encyclopedia.
Yes, he knows a lot.
I deny those allegations, but I'm thrilled to be able to hang out with y'all on a Friday. I'm gonna go back to my New York vibe. It's like, forget about it. What are we talking about right now? I was gonna call and say, hey, I love it.
Well, you were the ghost of Christmas past there for a while.
This is true.
You came disappearing on us, so we're glad to see you around the studio again.
I love being around. I love being around the energy and everybody. It's been a while.
It's been fun.
I've been in my left brain. I'm ready to get back in my right brain and play a little bit. So yeah.
Well, I could think of a plethora of things to talk about with you, but I really want to focus on your Ninja Communications book. It's very intriguing how you can read the body language and the energies of people, and you've spoken nationally to tell people how to communicate well in business. So how did that start for you?
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm from Costa Rica. And when I came here, I had this funny little accent and all the kids were like, you talk funny. I'm like, no, you talk funny. I don't know what you mean, right? And so I became very sensitive and I started like studying. I was the only kid like reading Psychology Today at like, but I started studying the language. And then body language and interactions, and because we're so sensitive as kids, we start picking up on nuances. So I started figuring a lot of stuff out, and like I remember, I felt really accomplished when one day I noticed that if somebody disagreed with something, they tended to go like that. And I went, I was calling it like the Pinocchio effect, it's like I'm telling a lie. And then this was in the 70s, right? And then a book comes out, revolutionary studies have now shown that people that disagree tend to touch their nose. I'm like, wait, what? I figured that out. I was 14. Yeah, that's right.
Like I could have told the whole world that. Well, I know pulling on your ear means you're indecisive, right?
Does it really?
Or you're Carol Burnett.
Well,
no. See, you have to be a certain age to know that.
Yes, we all got
but
that.
It does. Yeah.
Or tapping your finger, you're impatient.
Right. The feet are a big teller. Like if your feet are pointing towards the door, usually you're ready to go. Like if your feet are pointing here, that means you're sort of into the conversation. It's inclusive. So body language, this stuff, all of those little nuances.
I do know that about this. Like
you're closed off.
Yeah, this is closed off.
They say if you're in a figure 4, you're domineering and powerful. Or right here, this right here with your fingertips and your palms out means you mean business. A lot of politicians use that look.
It's what they call power posing. So the idea, and even like if you notice, like I tend to do this a lot. And
that's the domineering one.
I frame out. Now the reason for that is that you create a frame where you're saying this is my space. And you're communicating alpha behaviors, and it works. And I know you guys talk about dating and everything. There's nuances to that. Women will say, "Ooh, I like that guy," and he's got his hands in his belt buckle, and he's whatever it is, and they're like something about that guy. This guy's got like swag, right?
I don't know.
So but it's all being done on a nonverbal. What I like about ninja communications is a ninja is essentially somebody who operates in stealth. So you don't know that you're being observed, or you have no idea that somebody's taking in all the different aspects of who you are. So, and then there's nuances to it, right? So it's like your handwriting leans to the right. The minute that I glanced at your handwriting, she is somebody who's detailed. She's somebody who is an extrovert. She's outgoing. She feels comfortable around people.
No, not Nicole at all.
Yeah. Now, if her handwriting was leaning to the left, then that would mean she's an introvert. That she tends to lean away from people. When you were talking, Brooke, a couple of weeks ago about your relationships, that was impactful. That was powerful.
Thank you.
So what if on a date or sometime you glanced at a particular guy you were interested in and you said, ooh, his handwriting's leaning so, not that leaning to the left is bad, but what it does tell me is that they have a small circle of friends, that they tend to be sort of interdependent on just a few people. And if there were any other red flags in addition, like this guy is clingy or controlling or wants to really be there, she's like, you're talking about my last boyfriend.
Really are. Like, whoa.
Well, you
immediately tell them to write you a bio and analyze
But
their
no,
Yeah,
you're
I would-
so right.
Oh yeah,
It's
I
scary.
would say don't walk, run. don't go
Trust
down that
me.
road, right?
I need letters.
Yeah.
I need background checks. I need a credit
urine
report.
samples, blood. No.
Well, technology
So-
these days, I mean, they're not even getting taught cursive anymore. So
No.
there's no
That's
real
true.
art to handwriting anymore. And pretty soon everyone's just going to be typing everything all the time, you know?
So
then what
sad.
you got?
My girls know how to write cursive. They
Yeah.
practice it on purpose.
Well,
Oh,
that's
it's pretty.
well, that's good.
Yes.
But it tells a lot about you.
School
But
doesn't
then there's
teach
a whole other way of communicating that some of us are just not aware of. Our central nervous system is like an antenna, and it goes from the sacrum to the cerebrum, and it's like a pulse that's beating, that's pulsing back and forth all the time. But we're sensing things. When I do demonstrations on stage, I'll call somebody up, and without touching them, I'll weaken them, and then I can strengthen them again. Now they're looking at me
Whoa.
like, boy, what is this witch doctor doing? And I'm like, hey, no, it's not that at all. It's that all we're doing is we're shifting chi, and we can do it with our intention. So just when you have an intention, you're creating an energy, a heart energy. Because what a lot of people don't realize, you'll hear stuff like, oh, she had a broken heart, or, oh, bless her heart. Well, that's what you guys say whenever somebody's pathetic or something, right? Oh, bless her heart. Is that true?
Or you want to say
No,
something
that's
else.
not
Oh, you want to? No, it's not. I'm totally messing with you. But
I mean,
but
Sometimes.
but what I'm saying though is that the heart has an energy, and it has up to 40,000 neurons in the heart. The brain has tens of thousands of neurons in the brain. What are the neurons? There's neurosynaptic firings that are the center of memory. So we hold memory in our hearts, and we emit energy from our hearts to other people, and they can feel that. So
yeah.
the communication is a full contact sport.
Yeah.
And in Ninja Communications, in the book, we talk about all those different layers of communication and what they mean and how you can interact with somebody and really get a better feel of who you're in front of before you engage them in business or in a relationship or, whatever.
Right.
so if you can get these vibrations from somebody that they just don't like you, is there a way you can shift their chi?
Okay, so
like
but
you.
you know what?
But some people just don't like you, like relatively.
But I'm okay with not being around them then.
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, like, what if you get hired? I'm just saying for
Yeah.
anybody. What if you get
Yeah.
hired in his
No,
spot
you're
or
hitting,
something like
but you
that?
know what, Nicole, what you're asking is a brilliant question because but this is the problem with a lot of people. We tend to make that. There's a book that I thought was brilliant. It's called Thin Slicing, and I'm trying to pop the author back up. But Thin Slicing was fascinating because what it was based on is this idea that the minute I see you, I saw a polka dot top, I saw a great pair of jeans, and I, of course, noticed really cool shoes.
I got you.
Oh, guys,
Oh,
you guys, I think you just
shoes
saw
got
that.
ones.
Come
Oh,
on, Doug.
she has good
Show
ones.
them the shoes. Look at those
Look,
shoes.
they're
Are you
really
kidding me?
good. They're really good. I do have my reds
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
but whatever.
I'm just saying. So,
They're a great font.
but so it looks like we digress. But coming back around, just imagine I made a judgment about you. I made a judgment based on your blouse, your pants, all of this stuff. I just made a judgment.
Yes.
Now, that's what we call thin slicing. And people supposedly think about your educational background, your moral outlook, your financial ability, all of that within 30 seconds of meeting you. And they form an opinion. Most of parts of those opinions, it sticks.
Yeah.
It stays with them.
Right.
So now your job, if maybe they're completely wrong because they thin sliced and they
Right.
were completely inaccurate, is to shift their perception.
Sure.
So a lot of times with me, it starts with my voice. I'm like, hi, how are you? They're like, who that? What? Wait, what? So maybe you don't have that voice. Okay, so you do something else. Maybe it's a comment or something clever that you say. Most of the time for me, if I'm interacting with somebody, I'm going to see something amazing. I love those shoes, right? I just happened to say those are really cool shoes. Now, if I didn't know you, you would have automatically been like, either he's really cool or really gay. No.
He's
And
cool.
definitely not the latter.
Yeah, he's cool.
Definitely not that that's a problem. I'm cool. I love my gay brothers and sisters. I just don't roll.
not.
I just don't roll like that. And I might as well
Just
say
to
that
make
since
that
I got a
clear,
vest and
ladies,
beads
'cause
on.
he
You
is
know.
single.
Yeah, that's right. And tomorrow we are going to be. We'll talk about tomorrow a little bit later, but we are going to put some salsa music on. So I suggest you get some dance shoes because
you know I
'cause,
love to dance.
Oh man, Whew,
I
yeah.
do.
So it'll be a
Brooke
party.
likes to drop it like it's hot.
I do drop it like it's hot on most occasions.
That sounds video worthy to me.
changing their tone of voice. But if someone is giving you that vibe that they just they're just judging you immediately and they don't like you, even if you do give them a compliment, they immediately think that you're trying
You're
to
being
brown
disingenuous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so the compliment's very subtle, but sometimes there's so let's break it down to the micro level. There's something called the micro expressions. And now that we are living in this world of COVID with masks, we miss micro expressions. But it's like, for an example, an idea of a micro expression is the eyebrow flash. You meet somebody for the first time, they're like, hey. Like, and just it's very subtle, but when they flash their eyebrow, it's like, hey, he's surprised, he likes, he's excited to see me, whatever the case might be. So it's really kind of an interesting way of interacting with them. And then energetically, I also create an intention of love, an intention of acceptance, an intention of we're kindred spirits, or we're mutual humans. So you can transmit a frequency from your heart that starts to change somebody as well. And that part takes a little bit more mastery, a little bit more meditation, a little bit more centering. If you can do, and Nicole, what's really cool about her is she's so substantive and knows so much about the health and wellness space.
Yes,
So I don't sound witchy woo woo when I say this to her, but one of the real key things is in yoga, creating the breathing practice and then listening to binaural beats once you do it to kind of center your heart space energy. And then once it starts aligning like that, then when you connect with somebody, it's more intense. Like literally, I mean, I can show with Brooke right now what I'm talking about.
Come on, let's
Can you
demonstrate.
stand up, Brooke? Okay. Okay, so you're right-handed, right?
I am.
Okay, so relax your hand. Okay, so what I'll do first is I'm just feeling her energy. Okay, good. All right, now go ahead and hold this arm straight in front of you. I'm going to try to push it down. Resist as hard as you can. Resist.
Oh, her shoulder popped. That was a good one.
But I'm not okay. But I wasn't able to push you down that
Right.
easily,
No.
right? Okay, now let's say I'm just meeting Brooke and she doesn't like me, whatever. Now I can connect with her, right? But I'm connected to you right now. So I just did something. Now try to prove me wrong. Go ahead and stop me. Really stop me.
Oh my God.
Oscar.
You Wait, what? Okay. It's not that kind of show, Brooke. No, okay.
That was last week.
Okay, all right, yeah. All right, relax
Okay,
it. Put it
yes.
down, put it down,
We
put it
know,
down,
you-
put it
you're
down.
stronger
Okay,
than
hold
me.
on, no, wait. Put
Nobody
it down,
just
put it down. Put it
wasn't.
down for a second.
Did you apply the
Okay,
same pressure?
so relax the arm. So did I feel stronger or did you feel weaker?
I don't know now.
Okay, so when you try to resist,
You felt stronger.
resist hard as you can, but you can't
But
stop
no,
me.
seriously, he does feel stronger.
Okay,
I'm not gonna lie.
now let's take a deep breath. Relax those hands and exhale. Okay. All right, now hold the arm up again. Try to stop me.
Really?
Oh, okay. I'm pushing the bejeebers out of her right
Really?
now. So what
No
just
way.
happened?
I don't know.
Do you feel stronger? Okay, well, no, that's
You're the
okay.
expert. That's why we
All
have
right,
you here.
so
You tell us.
Can I get a round of applause for that? All right. Oh, see, we
Thank
got a
you for
live
the studio
studio
audience.
audience here. Okay, so what's cool about that, right, is that your energy shifted the second time
Okay.
because I shifted your energy. So we have the ability to shift somebody's energy in different ways all the time. And it allows us, because you were even stronger than the first time. I could not move you for real.
Know.
So
That's how she walks into the room.
yeah, that's right. Drops the mic, right? So the point though is that all of us can communicate a loving energy, or we can communicate an angry energy. And whenever somebody's heart space comes into ours, we're already communicating. The misnomer is that we have to utter words. Words are only 7% of communication. The rest of it has to do with the body language, the intentionality of what we say, and more than that is also how we enunciate. You know, I think the reason that memes can be funny or text messages can be misunderstood is because it's all in the tonality. It's all in the tonality.
That's
nice. That's really cool.
Yeah.
so interesting.
I still want to know how you.
I don't know. I mean,
That's the ninja stuff.
Yeah.
If I tell you, I gotta kill you. No.
No, I mean, are you messing with the chakras? Like, what are you?
Though.
What are you shifting?
So
Like,
well.
it's so weird.
Yeah, well, but you felt it when I put it back in you, so to
guess.
speak. Wait, that didn't come out right.
I think I
So
did.
behave for crying out loud.
Where's Jen?
I'm glad you're talking to her.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
and I'm purposely even facing this way. And look, that's just. And I'm just look. We're just having fun. No, but no, seriously though. But what I was going to say is that energetically, there is the shift that you feel.
Yeah.
You felt it because I saw like an acknowledgement in your the micro expressions. You were like, ooh, something just changed. Like she clicked like that. And that was when I was reinfusing her chi. So once, essentially you're reversing chi is what you're doing. So when your chi was realigned, you were feeling strong again. And once that happens, then everything kind of synchronizes. So, you know, that's kind of the key to the whole thing.
Thanks for keeping the strong in me.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, give it back to her.
Oh yeah,
please.
no, we
I
have
need
to
her
do
in
that.
my life.
Otherwise you'd be walking around like this for the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, there is a polarity that exuberates from our hands, right? And if we do enough of this and enough of that away from each other, you can kind of almost feel that static energy in between your hands. When I taught at the Holistic Health School, there was a guy named Reagan, and he would give us energy balls, and it was the creepiest thing ever. He would literally hand it over to you, hold out your hands, and you felt the weight of that energy. I swear. And I was not doing drugs at the time. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back.
Aren't you tired of not getting what you want in bed?
Are you ready to spice things up behind those closed doors?
Woo! We're here for you every hump day at 7 p.m.
This is Sex on the Edge with Jen and Hen. I'm Jennifer Reeves.
And I'm Hendrik Scott, and we are professional licensed sex therapists.
So remember to watch us Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Edge Radio TV, just in time for sexy time.
Welcome back. We are with Oscar Hines here. We're kind of laughing at the break. Everyone's giving me a hard time because I said I wasn't doing drugs at the time. So just to make it clear, I don't do those now either.
But those energy balls, they were just swirling in my head.
I need to see
It was
this.
the creepiest
That's
thing. It was
interesting,
really,
though.
really
No,
cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it is actually real because we do communicate energy. Like, it's almost impossible. We were talking about dancing a little bit,
Yes.
right? And it's almost impossible for a group of people to sit and watch other people dance without feeling some level of
It's true.
energy start
Yes.
swirling in their bodies, you
True.
know? So there really is an energy transference
Absolutely.
that happens. So going back to your question, if someone doesn't like you, I think the because
that's
you
that
happen
one.
to, because you happen to be
Often,
just,
but-
you know, but there's a lot of haters out there. So
Yes, there are.
I envy you if you're a beautiful woman. I mean, you kind of have a challenge, right? Because you got the people judging you in one respect.
Yeah.
Like women might say, "Oh, look at her. She thinks she's all that," and a man might be, "Ooh, she is all that." You know. So it goes
These
both.
days
It's not a
it's
good
opposite.
combo. If they're together.
These days it's becoming opposite. Women are more like go women, and men are like, oh, she's so independent. It's opposite these days
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you know, we want to kind of create and put that love in their energy space, and then see how they respond to it.
Yeah.
If they're still not responding in a manner, then there's some other things happening with them, because we emit chemo signals as well, not pheromones, but chemo signals. And these subtle little things are hints that go through our olfactory glands, are interpreted in our brain, and we literally have and form an emotional feeling. It's a subjective feeling in our like they took men that were in fear, and at the moment they were in fear, they captured their sweat. They put it in a Ziploc bag, and they had women sniff the sweat.
Whoa.
In the moment that they sent it, they caught the scent. They felt they were monitoring them, and they felt a sense of dread and fear.
Oh, wow.
It was like a chemical
What?
interactivity that was happening there. And do you know when strippers make the most money?
Oh, my God.
Oh wait, what just happened?
Tell me.
What?
Wait, how did that there was no transition there.
Oh, my
They
God.
make the most
Why'd
money
you ask me?
because she's married and she's got a big husband.
That doesn't mean nothing. Jason Collier. That does not mean nothing. Why'd you ask me?
No, it's nothing personal. But
tell me when.
I will tell you I will tell you exactly when they do.
Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. I will tell you that when they are ovulating,
Oh, hell no.
they attract more tips
They're a
than
little
any other
moody,
time.
but they
I
kind
know.
of like them
Well,
when they're
not
feisty
menstruating,
like that.
but ovulating.
Oh,
so the
Lord.
point there is
Yes,
that
what
there
do you-
is a chemical release that literally attracts men and that makes men want to be protectors and more generous to them
Okay.
during those
So you
times.
telling me when to stay home?
Yeah, and when to get the down payment on that new Mercedes Benz. No.
my God.
So well, no, let's not go there.
So
No, but
That's
seriously.
serious,
So,
though.
but it's all interactive communication, and it's also chemical
so
interaction. So
interesting.
it's fascinating
That's
stuff.
No,
true.
it's a true
It's true.
story, and I always like to give this analogy to people. If two people were arguing, and say you were not there, like say you go to a couple's house, they just got into a huge fight, and the room is silent by the time you got there. No one's
Tension.
yelled. You can cut the air with a knife with the tension. You know something's going on,
Yes,
and
you
they could
do.
be far away from each other
Yeah.
at opposite ends of the room, and you're like, what just
happened?
happened? You can feel that
Exactly.
energy that's created.
Right.
true.
So I mean,
Right.
think about it like that, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's very, very, very real.
No,
we set
you're-
up a
you're
lot of
exactly-
So
vibrations.
crazy.
We do,
Yeah.
and oftentimes don't even realize it.
That's
So if you
true.
get negative vibes from someone, it's not just some witchy woo woo thing.
No,
It
it's
is
totally
it is
real.
Your
literally that
intuition.
there is
Yeah.
a transmission of energy in
intuition.
a space. Yeah, and your intuition tells you.
So I don't want people to not hear about this. You are the founder of Edge Radio TV Network. So thank you so much for
Yes.
giving us all these opportunities.
Love
I've
all.
known you for over or almost a year now,
Yeah.
and it's been a pleasure getting to know you. We've got some really cool stuff coming up, and I want our audience to know about it so they can come and join our crew.
Yes.
So what's going on?
Oh my gosh, this has been so much fun, and I have to say that it's been a joy knowing you, and we were talking about her brilliance in the health
She
and
is.
space, and just really cool person, and I don't know why they wouldn't like you when they look at it. No,
I mean, that's
so, all right.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Who does not like you?
But yeah, there's going to be an exciting event, folks. For those of you that are around tomorrow, you're not doing anything. We're going to social distance, so you want to get here early. Starting at 5 o'clock, we're going to have a live broadcast up here, so we can take on a live studio audience. And these are going to be open mic. It's independent artists of Houston.
Ooh.
So we have invited independent artists, musicians, poets. I don't know if there's any dancers, but I'll volunteer for some dancing. I'll bring my funky vest. Yeah. So yeah, and so we'll be out on the porch, out on the deck outside. It'll be a beautiful afternoon. And we're looking to just enjoy entertainment from a number of different people. And we're also introducing a new show. And Vince, tell me the name of that show again, starting on In Tune, yes. So we will be starting In Tune, and this is being handled by producers, interns, Generation Z. I love these guys. They're creatives, and we want at Edge Radio to give everyone a platform, give them a chance to be able to express their creativity, their imagination, and find their tribe. And that's my thing. It's really like all of us are a tribe, and we're in this together, whether we like it or not.
That's
so we have to rock and roll. We're stronger together than we are separate.
I agree, 100%.
You know,
Y'all get over yourselves and love each other already.
Exactly. Why can't we all
Do
just
some
get
yoga,
along?
stand on your head, and listen to your heart. Damn it.
That's true. But you know, and you're right talking about listening to your heart, because if you're really instinctive about what your heart says, it protects another human, another child, you know, and we ignore that for money and for greed and for control. And so hopefully what we do and create at Edge Radio is a community of different thought leaders, people that are unique in their thinking, that have an opinion, that want to have a voice, and that want to connect with their audience. And folks, those of you out there, we want you to share. If you're there tomorrow, be sure to come out. I want to invite you out, and then at 7 o'clock the open mic starts. So we're going to be partying, having fun, happy hour.
West Gray.
415 West Gray. Yes.
Midtown Bar and Grill.
Yes.
So you guys come out.
They got killer margaritas, I'm telling you.
And for the kids, we're going to be having a broadcasting camp. So that'll be coming up soon. So you guys look for the information on that. I'm really proud to be a part of that. It's going to be a nonprofit. We're going to be able to get sponsorships and donations to help inner city kids. And also there's opportunities for anybody to sign up and join. So you guys stay tuned for that. We're going to go on another break. And when we come back, we're going to be eating some delicious cuisine from Charlie Watkins. So you guys stay tuned.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Welcome back. We have executive chef here, Charlie Watkins, with Burgers and Bordeaux. So thank you so much for coming in today. And he's feeding us.
I know,
y'all.
we're excited about this.
What is this?
I brought a filet mignon. We age our steaks a really long time, 60 days in-house at the restaurant. And I did a little corn medley, kind of known as succotash up in Kentucky, but corn medley down here in Texas.
Nice. You want to try first, Brooke? So I don't look like the piggy you do?
Really?
There you go.
I'm not picking it up. Oh, yeah, I got to do this. Okay.
I brought you silverware.
Thank you, Charlie.
And then
Me and Charlie go way back.
We've got a nice little
Let me go on and try this because, I love my food.
Rhone Red here from the Rhone area of France to go with it. Because, you can't really get on the radio without a drink.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure. It calms your nerves down a little bit. Is it good?
So freaking good.
Now you're gonna have to share.
Give me your fork.
Now you've been all over. Let's first let the audience get to know you a little bit. You've been all over the world. So your restaurant right now is just a bit and piece of who you are. You even have your own clothing line, and just getting to know you the other day. I mean, you've got a tremendous story. So start with where it all began for you.
Well,
oh my gosh! You don't even need the knife.
No, it's when you age steaks, they get super tender and super flavorful. And most restaurants only age them about 21 to 28 days. We age 60 days. I don't really think steak gets to its really great tasting flavor until after 40 days, 45 days. I love it around 60 days.
It is really one of the best steaks I've ever had, and I can't believe it. Like, it's so good.
We get lots of customers up in the Woodlands that go, I fly to New York, Chicago, ate all the steakhouses. What in the world is it
right?
But anyway, I just brought a little treat for you. No big deal there.
I live down the road from your place, and I know all about his place.
Oh my God, Vince, you have to try this.
Vince, you need a piece.
Yes,
I'm serious.
Vince has got to come get some of this.
So
so start. Once upon a time,
once upon a time, I was a college student, hitting the pubs every night.
Yep.
And I still do. But no, after I got out, I majored in economics and worked in the investment world and real estate world for a few years. And I decided to go follow my passion and go back to chef school in Paris. And I went and got a chef's degree in Paris. And I came back and I did a little of both. And then I opened a little sandwich shop downtown called Tropics. And then few years after that, I opened up a Cajun restaurant on Memorial called Charlie's Bio Bend, and then I opened up a French little cafe called Cafe Toulouse. Not the same one that's in River Oak Center now, but they stole my name. Anyway, I opened up one on Woodway and Bering, very successful, and then I opened up Sierra Grill, which got to be extremely.
I remember that.
Yeah, Sierra Grill I was written up literally on the front page of the New York Times food section just out of the blue, just because people from New York would fly down just to eat in Texas of all things.
Wow,
but anyway, I did that and had some other restaurants and bars over the years, and then I took a leave of absence, moved to Asia for about 6-8 years, and I came back to get back in the business again.
Wow.
Yeah, it's when we met. When I walked into your world.
He walked into my world and got him a house to live in, and
yeah.
And then he opened a building.
And then I repaid her with wine.
Yes, I'm gonna say when he was opening up his restaurant, I got to taste all the wines before they went on the menu, and it was so fun.
Imagine this.
I want that job.
Hey, Brooke. I've got a bunch of wine vendors and suppliers, meeting. Can we, use the conference room right next to your office and invite you to taste with us?
No wonder you were in such a good mood all the time at work.
See, let me think about that. Yes.
Absolutely.
Think about it some more. Yes.
Yeah. Come on down. You got food this time?
Charlie, where are you today?
You brought French fries? Yes.
Whatever you need.
We were set. It was fun.
It was
good
times.
Fun lease up. It was fun opening, just watching everything. And now it's so successful, and everyone knows about it. They love it.
It's coming along really well. We've really had a lot of good growth even during COVID. So it's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's great. Any business that can thrive through a pandemic,
Right.
you know you're doing it right for sure.
Exactly. And the restaurant itself, it's just the ambiance. It's just so, I mean, you were in it.
It's so cozy
so
in there.
cool.
It's
Oh, I
very
did a TikTok
inviting.
in it. That's the TikTok. Yes. It was in his restaurant. It
That's
is.
right.
It's
You
awesome.
TikToked me.
I TikTok. Yes.
I
It was
got
so cool.
TikToked.
Yeah, it's cool though. We enjoy it there. A lot of people do. I hear great things. So.
So do you
Awesome.
feel like your real estate background kind of had a cohesive flow with, because a lot of times when you open up a business, it's all about location too. It's,
Mhm.
you know, you can have a fabulous cuisine, but if no one knows where you're at, if you're not getting in a high trafficked area,
Right.
you know, you're not going to be very successful. So did you incorporate that formula when you were choosing
Yeah,
the
so
location?
I did. I always, there's an old saying in the restaurant business. There's three important things in the restaurant business: location,
Yes.
location, and location.
Location.
But that, it's really a lot more than that. It's about putting together a great team, about having the right product for the right market and location. And I think I was a little bit early to that area because the population density is not there, but it's the fastest growing zip
It
code
is
in the United
growing
States.
so
oh yeah,
fast.
so
I
it's
mean,
1488.
It
correct?
is. It's at 1488 in Conroe, and it's grown way more in the past almost
Yeah,
3 years
it's
since
growing.
it's opened.
It's growing like crazy. So to get in and to, early and still be there, I'm super happy because it's just growing like crazy and our business is growing like crazy. So
Nice.
it's really
So you
nice.
said that you aged this. What do you mean by that? Because like
I
this
know, I
is
need
like,
a bite of it.
are you serious?
Hey,
We
and
had
another
try
thing,
this
you know
corn
what?
stuff.
You know I don't like red wine, but I really like this one. What is this one?
it's a French Rhone. It's called Zazu. It's from the Rhone Valley.
I mean, I can do this.
Yeah, it's. I knew it picked a nice
Yeah.
soft one that's
Mm.
got good structure and nice soft tannins. It doesn't have the tannins have gotten more soft and long. They
Mhm.
combine and kind of get like silk, as opposed to being like needles and biting your tongue.
Okay.
So it's
then.
that's one of the differences. Wine can have a lot of tannins, but they need to be mature tannins that don't bite your tongue, that kind of roll across your tongue like silk.
Interesting.
So
So you're not going to have any trash wine in your place.
No,
is
he
what you're
doesn't.
trying to
I'm
say.
not really a trash wine kind of guy. I tried it in like seventh
God,
grade
so
with
good.
Thunderbird and never went back.
Never went
Said
back.
no more.
Changed your mind after that. That's
And-
hilarious.
TABC wasn't quite so tough when I was a kid. They said,
yeah.
how old do you have to be to get something here? Old enough to say wah wah. Cool.
So describe your menu. So if someone was going to go
Right.
out to your place, what could they order?
Well, my name in the restaurant is Burger in Bordeaux, which I named that for the casual. I really think people stress out way too much at work all day long. They stress everywhere. Dinner should be a casual but fun and nice experience, right? So all the places, I never do white tablecloth. I have nice marble tables, and so it's casual but fine.
Right.
And I've always either had really nice, beautiful wood tables or marble tables, and a casual deal. So I chose the name Burger in Bordeaux because it doesn't get too pretentious. Burger is pretty like basic American, right? But the high end side, Bordeaux is the most famous wine region in the world.
Right.
So Bordeaux
Okay.
wines.
The
So I thought
both worlds.
I thought the name. I think it throws some people off because they like, where's the kitty pen? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know.
There's no
This-
kid area, no.
No, but
No, not
I mean, we allow children in. We
Yes,
have high chairs, but
absolutely.
we got full whiskey list. I mean,
Right.
we have really hard to find bourbons like Blanton's
Yeah.
and all sorts of Weller 12 things like that in the bourbon area. We have a wine list that's incredible.
That's true.
Really take pride in curating the wine list. It's about 120 bottles, something like that, and I keep the wines at 56 degrees, the worldwide accepted proper temperature for the bottles, and then I have keg wines, which we keep in the white and the red in the same color. So some people, like my reds, are a little cold out of the draft, but
Yeah.
most people really love it because it's a house wine, and
Yeah.
they're generally meant to be drank a little colder.
I like cold wine.
Yeah.
Nice and
Nice.
Some people say, why do you
I
sell?
put ice in it. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, some people say, why do you have a cold red? And I'm like, well, because it's in the same color as the white. But that's just our draft wine. We have
Yeah.
a cask system of that, so it's about 6 wines total, and
all
we have
good.
three or four reds and 3 whites or so. So,
So you're avoiding the question, aging the meat. How the heck do you
I
age meat
didn't
for
avo-
60
I-
days?
I didn't avoid the question. We just
He's
got-
trying not
got-
to give
I got-
everybody his
I got
secrets over
sidetracked.
here.
I mean,
No.
I mean, another bite. I just can't. not.
So briefly, there's 2 types of aging. One is dry aging, which I am not a fan. Dry aging originally was awesome because the whole cow was aged, so it was shut off from the elements and all the skin and the membranes, and it didn't lose much blood. Nowadays, all these steakhouses, they're building a glass room, and they sit and they're doing the primal cuts, which means the cut of ribeye or whatever off the cow, and it just loses way too much blood. You lose all the flavor past 20 days aging. It starts to lose too much of the blood flavor. I've had some 80-day aged ribeye up in Chicago that I paid a fortune for, and it was a super tender piece of cardboard, tasteless cardboard, right? Because there's no flavor left when all the blood's gone.
You need that circulation through the meat.
So I like what's nowadays called wet aging, and that is where you keep the primal cut, like once it's been flayed off the cow, enclosed in a airless, the vacuum sealed bag, and then the elements don't suck all the moisture out of it. So because the coolers are
like
super dry humidity, so then it's just a matter of time of letting the enzymes in the meat tenderize it and bring out the flavor without losing that. And I do it. I've actually did some Kobe beef I flew in from Japan that they took me like 3 months to get a hold of it because they don't really let the good stuff out of Japan, but they have from 1 to 12 as a rating system. I got a hold of a piece of A11 for a Morgan Stanley private wealth dinner, and I aged that 180 days, believe it or not.
Ooh, well, hold that thought.
All right.
We're going to go on break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about aging meat. No, you'll stay tuned.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information.
And my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay.
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Y'all, welcome back. We were just pigging out on break. I can't get over this piece of meat.
I've ever had. Burger
so
and
good.
Like
oh my gosh, it's so delicious. So finish the whole process. So you You had a Kobe steak, 180 days aged.
Well, that was just how long because the higher the fat content, the longer you can age a steak. So this Kobe was the Japanese Kobe out of that they, like I said, their grading system is 1 to 12. This was an 11. It's about the highest, and they don't usually let that out of Japan. But I have a chef friend that runs the company, and he kind of sniped it for me.
Nice.
But anyway, the longer the more the fat you can. So prime beef can be aged longer than a really lean cut, but still, all the cuts can go at least 60 days, 80 days, 90 days. So I try and get it aged on average at 60. It's hard on the buying side, but we age in the restaurant, and it just gives the flavor. And then there's a lot of love that goes into making it extra special.
Like literally, I've never had anything any better. And I've eaten at all kinds of restaurants. That's the best steak I've ever had.
It really is.
It really is. You guys got to come check this place out.
I've had a lot of customers that are in the Woodlands say, I fly to New York, I fly to Chicago, I eat steakhouses all over the world, and they go, what the?
That's kind of where I'm at right now. Like, I can't wait to go to Burger and Bordeaux.
I know, like, let's go.
I mean, not that I haven't been there, but I have.
This is the first time you've had a steak.
This is the first time I've had a steak. I don't normally.
What, you eat the bacon double cheeseburger?
I get the French side of it.
My menu, we have seafood. I do trout almondine, a really nice grilled salmon. We do ribeye steak. I'm actually soon. Nobody but my staff knows, but I'm going to add some wild game on there. I'm going to do a venison carpaccio and a buffalo ribeye.
Oh yeah.
But then we have, of course, we have lots of salads and vegetables, like really, really popular appetizer.
I do those are the best.
The goat cheese with beef tenderloin tips, and I do a lot of stuff with goat cheese. I love goat cheese. So we have a whole menu of stuff, and then we have nice, the vegetables, salads. It's kind of a good menu, but it's simple, yet everything's a little bit different. You can't really get any of my dishes anywhere else, but they're not exactly like, it's not crazy food like I used to do, like really wild stuff, which was fun. Like nobody had the kind of things I had on my menu. Very unique.
The flavor's remarkable.
No, it is a unique. I mean, it's unique so either way. I would fly an ostrich and do this. I had everything at Sierra Grill. Sierra's my really famous thing that got me on the chef circuit around the world. They ended up doing guest chef appearances all over Europe, Asia, South America, United States, James Beard, all that sort of things. That was from Sierra doing wild stuff. I decided to make this restaurant simple with steak, burgers, some cool appetizers and salads and stuff, but everything pretty much like nobody else serves it.
Yeah, true. Well, and then you got to think about the demographic area too. Sierra Grill was in Houston.
Heart of Houston, yes.
Yeah, so you're going a little bit more towards Conroe, Woodlands, Magnolia area.
It really does.
Yeah, I'm up in the country,
but
everybody likes good food, right?
So it's so good.
It is so good.
I just love it.
This guy is so multifaceted.
He
so
really
you have
is.
your own clothing line. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I have a partner that she was lead chemist for a chemical corporation, and she came to me about, 10 or 11 years ago and said, I think I'm going to quit. She had worked her way up from chemist to lead chemist for Albemarle, and she goes, I think I'm going to take a leave of absence and decide what I want to do, and maybe quit, but probably quit. So she took a 6-month leave of absence, quit, took another 6 months gambling in Vegas, having a good time, and made money. She made $30,000 gambling in Vegas for a year. Wow. I don't know who's ever done that, having all her stuff comped. Anyway,
no way.
Then she, smart cookie. And then she goes, I'm gonna be a clothing designer. And I went, are you kidding me?
Oh, wow.
I said, that's one of the harder businesses in the world. It's almost as
almost
the same failure rate as restaurants and gambling and this. And she's like, hey, whatever, it's what I want to do.
Yeah, right.
And so we partnered up because I have some friends that have owned clothing design lines and stuff before, and some people, and I knew some contacts and some places to get her stuff made. So she started designing and selling clothes and putting collections. She'd buy things and then she started designing all her own. And now we have a nationwide clothing line that we sell to probably roughly about 600 stores nationwide.
So you're not doing so bad.
Boutique stores and stuff. It's called Sophia Collections, and her name is Paula Davila. She's an incredible designer and just an incredible, sweet person.
We're gonna have her on the show.
I'll put her. I'll give you her contact information. You'll love her. She's a super sweetheart.
I can't wait.
We are excited.
So it'll be fun to have her on the show.
And you guys can come out because I talked him into letting me have a fashion show at his place with Paula's clothes. Have you talked to her about that yet?
Not yet.
Okay. I'm sure she won't mind. We're going to be raising money for some charities. So you guys hold tight on that one. It'll be around the end of April.
She's big on charities, and we always like to help the community. I mean, we make money, selling to the community. You got to give back to the community.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
So we love doing any kind of charity thing.
It's gonna, and I already know where we're gonna put the runway and everything.
Oh, yeah,
it's got a perfect spot for it. You got such a great ambiance in there.
Well, thank you.
It's gonna be fantastic.
I have so many plans for your place
now. now that we know we can boss them around.
I'm so excited.
I have to get a filter on my email.
He knows.
Why isn't Charlie answering so anymore? Hey Chuck, what's up?
What up?
I just walk in. It's me. He knows.
Stock up the wine.
Yes. We had a lot of good times when I was at the property, though. We had a lot of events there, and it was just fun. Like, even with everybody, all the residents and everything, we just had a really good time. So I know what you can have there. It's fun.
Yeah, I try and make it fun for everybody. It's like I said, I gave it a casual name, and we. It's white marble, but it's concrete floors. It's an open ceiling.
Right, the ceiling.
It's designed to be casual and fun.
Yeah. Oh, and it is.
And we play good music. We have live bands now, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Nice.
Or either single player or some duo groups. But every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 8 or 8:30. Thursdays 8, Friday, Saturday 8:30 till 11, 12.
That's pretty cool.
Get us up there. You can talk us into singing one time.
All right.
No, I'm just
okay.
kidding.
No.
I don't know about
tonight at 8:30.
Oh, yes.
Is it open mic or something?
No. It's the musicians are usually pretty friendly.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like especially
they don't want me.
There's a really nice.
Unless you got earplugs.
The first person I booked was a really nice guy named Harley Meyer, and he came in and met me at Saturday lunch and brought his guitar and started singing during the middle of lunch and auditioning for me. And I'm laughing when I'm sitting in there, and he's like, so play. And he goes, and I've got nothing booked tonight. So if you need me to audition again tonight, and I was just looking to do live music. And I said, sure. And like everybody that heard him play during lunch, not everybody, but almost everybody, showed back up at night to hear him play again. Nice. And he also has a booking service. And so I just got lucky that he came in that day. But he plays. That's awesome. He probably plays twice a month now, and he books all of my other bands. And we have a really good show. That started about 4 or 5 months ago.
What type of music is it?
We do different music. On Thursday nights, I've gone to a jazz night. So we have a jazz group. And they come in every Thursday, and then on Friday and Saturday it varies, and sometimes it's country music, sometimes it's classic rock. But I let him book, and I'll eventually switch up to a more stable Friday and Saturday night. I'll always keep a variety, probably on one of the nights, but I'll probably pick somebody I really really like and try and get them to play most nights.
Yeah, so everyone knows where they can go and see him every Saturday. I love that.
I do too.
Well, we're running out of time, so tell everybody about your location and how they can get in touch with you. Do you do outside catering? Do you do private dinner parties? What all do you do?
We have a private party room that seats about 60. We have ways to divide up the restaurant that we can do, easily do groups of 20, 10, 40, and my actual private room goes up to 60. So we have that. I'm located. We have a patio which you could rent out privately, but it's a huge patio, 1,500 square foot patio. We are located on 1488, so it's
1488 in Old Conroe.
On Old Conroe Road, which is one light past Kirkendall, on 1488, going west from I-45, and you can throw a rock from my front door and land in Del Webb, the Woodlands.
That's true.
But we're not in the Woodlands, but I can get it with a rock.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
and any COVID rules, masks coming in and out and all that good stuff. Or we full
have,
capacity
be responsible.
Yet? Everybody be responsible. We have the limitations in the woodlands is I think back to 50% from the state, but we're a really big place, so it's not a thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of space in there.
And we a lot of people, especially in Montgomery County, they just like to be all together, and so I've got areas there. They got other people who maybe a little more at risk, and they want that. So I've got far off sections, plenty of room, and it's kind of divided into sections. So we really take care of everybody.
Nice. And what are local boutiques that we can find that Sophia clothing line?
One of the big ones in Houston is Hemline. They carry our products nationwide. Hemline.
Was this a Paula question?
This is a Paula.
Well, there's a website too. Yeah, I've looked at the website.
No, we also sell online.
Yeah.
At Shop Sophia on shopsophia.com, and Sophia is spelled with an F, Sophia. So shop-sophia.com. So you can buy anything we sell online, and plug in Hemline because they were one of our very first stores that took us, and they took us nationwide. They said they have their stores all over, and they fell in love with our clothing on our first. I think it was exactly our first big clothing line to take, and definitely our first national. Now we've got a lot. Scott and Molly's pretty much nationwide. A lot of clothing, but 10 years ago they took us in and brought us onto the scene.
Nice. It's nice.
So we're literally talking to a man that everything you touch turns to gold.
No, I wish. She's still the same. She's still the same. Oh, you do have golden hair, though. You have golden hair. There we go.
It's been a pleasure talking to you, and you guys have got to go check out his place and definitely be looking for the upcoming event that we're going to be doing a fashion show out there. I am so excited. Raising money for charity is so much fun.
And here, cheers to wine. We're Burger and Bordeaux. Drink some
TGIF. We're going to finish this food and finish this wine, and you guys stay tuned for next week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Cheers.